Are you ready to sell your business? I was not when I sold my first venture back in 2012. We started in 2007, got a letter in the mail. We ended up selling it in 2012. It was a tumultuous process, but we did it, and then went on to sell a couple other businesses. The second one I was ready to, the third one, who knows? But there is a process to follow if you're looking to get your business ready to be sold. Whether you want to stay on or whether you want to depart or whether you want to have a honeymoon period for a couple of years after, it's up to you. You got all the choices and there is no right or wrong answer. It is totally up to you. But there is some things that you will want to do to get your business exit ready. Let's go through those today. I'll help you through this transition because it was something that I didn't know how to exit a business until I was in the middle of the process, and it went way too long. We made a lot of mistakes, and there's ways to increase the valuation for your business and also ease and simplicity for you, the seller. So let's first talk valuations. That's the most kind of first thing that everybody gets on their mind when they are looking to sell their business. What am I going to get for my business? And so there are some traditional metrics out there. If you are a business that's doing sub $3 million in revenue and less than $1 million in profit, EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, it's a big equation, then your multiples are going to be somewhere in the 1 to 2 times your profitability. There's going to probably be some seller financing involved because you just hadn't gotten to the threshold where big, more financial or strategic buyers are looking to purchase you. Now, there are some exceptions. Software as a service, SaaS businesses are interesting. If you have a nice patented product that fits into a strategic buyer's portfolio, those are interesting, and their valuations can be whatever that strategic buyer is willing to pay for your unique proposition, your unique product in the market. But if you're just a normal business, B2B, selling a certain amount of profit, somewhere in that 1 million-ish kind of number, you're really looking at a 1 to 2. Now, when you start to get up into the 3.5 million, 3 to 4 million EBITDA profitability ranges, there things change. You open yourself up to new buyers, strategic buyers. Now private equity buyers on the lower end will come in. And there are some new types of buyers out in the market now. There are people who are looking to acquire businesses that they can then go in and operate for their own benefit, and they'll have money backers supporting them. So there's different buyers now in the market. They're still kind of private equity looking, but they're different. And there's different ways to approach them, and they're looking for different thresholds. So first, you got to figure out where you think you might want to be valuation-wise. Does that make sense for you? Does that make sense for your family? And then you can move on to the next thing. So number 2 is going to be tracking and documentation. You're going to have everything documented. That includes your profit and loss statement. That includes your financials. That includes your data room. So what is a data room? Data room is where your potential buyer is going to go to look at all your information, your customer list, your historical financials, your future projections, your business plan, your unique selling proposition, your competitive advantages, your legal structure, historical paperwork, all the things associated with your business. Think about it as like a huge filing cabinet, electronically organized, where a buyer who's not familiar with your business can go in and see a certain structure and certain templates to follow so that they know what they're looking at. It needs to be presented. It needs to be easy to look through. Now, you will have to control access to this. So you do not want to give a potential buyer all of your stuff. You want to make sure that they are committed, that you're under a LOI, letter of intent, before you begin some of these processes. But these are things you're going to need to be in the motion of working toward before you ever begin to get those buyers in the door. Once you get that data room organized, there's some things that buyers are going to be potentially looking for. Customer concentration is one. How many customers do you have? How much of your sales goes to one particular customer, one particular industry group? Are you well covered for future cash flow? Because remember, buyers are buying future cash flow. They're not buying historical stuff. They're buying what can they do with it in the future. And a large part of that comes into how resilient is your customer list, and are they going to be around in the future? Buyers will call your customers. So just know that when you get later in the stage of the process, they're going to reach out to your customers to understand how's the relationship, how's it going. They're going to talk to key suppliers. They're going to be talking to key partners. So they're going to be dissecting your business. So you've got to get it really organized, really ready. And oftentimes at this stage of the game, employees don't know that you're preparing to exit. And so there's a really interesting balance to walk on as you're navigating this process of getting ready to exit and then exiting. Now, some of the things that we found in our background was when we sold custom products, so one-offs, we had a less valuation metric than when we sold standard products. Standard products are products that are built for a customer, but then you can be sold to many other people. So when we got to that phase of our growth, that's when our valuation started to increase. When you're selling one-offs, the question is usually, are you going to sell another one-off? But if you're selling a standard product to a similar customer base and you can start to get more customers, that's when your value really can take off. If you're in the process of looking to exit your business, just know it can be done. It will take time. There are resources out to help you. There are different types of support mechanisms. Comment below if you can ever have a question for me. Happy to answer that. But just know you're going to have to get started on this process before it's too late, because buyers are specifically looking for certain things. Good buyers are looking to say no to most deals and yes to a few deals. So just know that you've got to be standing out from the crowd if you're going to ever want to exit your business. And again, what I love to say is go repurpose your life, because there's no retirement. We're simply repurposing our lives for the future so that we can go do other things. Sometimes that's play with grandkids. Sometimes that's new hobbies. Sometimes that's new businesses. Whatever that is for you, go repurpose, go live your best life, and congratulations on building the business of your dreams. All right, friends. Andy Smith, if we hadn't met, thank you for being here. Take care, and we will talk again soon.